Welcome back to Sakura Gamer. In the last episode, the ladies finished watching a movie adaptation of a Sakura visual novel, which is a weird level of inception I wasn't ready for. But anyway, after movie night, more time passes and the three of us settle into a comfortable routine. We have 2 weeks left to whip up a visual novel in time for the summer manga market.
And you haven't written a word.
Suki has finished the character designs and has moved on to the line art, while Clover is whiling away the hours at her laptop, happily sketching out melodies for our original soundtrack. As for me, I've been spending my days coding together a custom engine. Bullshit! It does not. It's going to take it's going to take longer than 2 weeks for a flippin' custom engine. Anyway, I've been spending my days coding together a custom engine we can use.
Just use Ren'Py
to create our visual novel while simultaneously working on the script. It's a fairly short story. We decided it should be no longer than 40,000 characters. Characters?
Words. Characters as in typing characters.
No, I know. I'm like, that's a really weird number to go by. Like, 40,000 words makes sense. 40,000 characters sounds weird.
40,000 characters is like, yeah.
And is awfully short. A few hours of playtime, give or take, and my mic is very loud all of a sudden.
Ooh, unless characters means kanji, in which case that is words.
Oh, that would make more sense. That would 100% make sense, because 40,000 characters sounds about right. Or words, rather, because a novel is 100,000 words, so 40,000 words sounds about right. Anyway, I would have liked to give all the characters their own individual routes with a lot of unique scenes and branching choices, but there just wasn't enough time. We had to settle on something simpler. A cute, heartwarming, ever so slightly erotic story about a shy shrine maiden called Tsubaki, who gets a part-time job at a maid cafe and becomes friends with two of the waitresses there. After some After some discussion, we decided it should be a lesbian love story.
Yeah, we're recording this in the spring, so it's a little stuffy.
Yes, got a lot of... Never mind. That wasn't my decision, by the way. It was all Suki, with a bit of encouragement by Clover. I don't really mind. I know how popular lesbian love stories are. I've seen enough porn in my lifetime to confirm that. Not that you can really still call pornographic images love stories. Though our visual novel will be pretty short and simple, I think I should be able to shift a few copies. That is, if Suki's art is good enough to market the product. I don't know if anybody will care about the writing.
We care about the writing.
Yeah. Yes, but Nico Hime doesn't want us to grade it on a 1 to 10 scale anyway because that has flaws, so...
Nico Hime, your personality is a 3.
Yeah... I yawn, stretching my arms above my head and stare at the screen of my laptop. I've written the first few scenes now. It's about 3,000 characters. Yeah, they've gotta mean words. Because 3,000 characters is...
Yeah, that's like, not even a restaurant review.
Yeah, 3,000 characters is about 150 words, which is about 2 paragraphs. So they've gotta mean words there. But that's interesting. Like, the translation for kanji doesn't have characters, does it? Like, a character and a word are going to be the same thing.
Yes.
So when they localize the story to English, I can see them using the wrong word for kanji. That's fascinating to me. Like, that's truly interesting to me. Like, the whole translation thing. Translations and localizations fascinate me. Anyway, it's not bad for a day's work. Oh, please, 3,000 characters is...
Yeah, I was going to say...
Like, 3,000 characters, I can fart that out very easily just banging on my keyboard, but 3,000 words in a day, that's going to be a pretty decent amount of work.
That's a solid bit.
Anybot, I've completed the scene that introduces Tsubaki and her shrine, but I think I need to delve a little bit more into her character's psyche, see what really makes her tick. Since I've never lived in a shrine before, I'm not entirely sure how to portray it.
Time to go bug Suki.
I did some research online, but I don't know how accurate it is. I reread the introductory scene again. Is it too dry? Are my sentences snappy enough? What if there's too much internal monologue? My studies have shown visual novels with fast-paced back-and-forth dialogue are more popular than those that dwell too much on internal character drama. But since I haven't introduced the other 2 characters yet, there's only so much I can do. What can I do? bite my lower lip.
I like how the game is self-aware how crappy Nekohime here is.
Yes. Thanks to the internet, people nowadays have rather short attention spans. If a story doesn't hook a reader in the first few sentences, they'll just move on to something else. All the information in the world is available at the push of a button. The success of this visual novel depends on the favorable opinions of the general public. But we're fighting for attention against the whole world. Maybe I should just ask Suki for advice. She seems more knowledgeable about this stuff than me. And she has lived in a shrine before. I rise from my bed with a sigh. I always sigh whenever I have to get out of bed. Who doesn't? It's a natural human reflex. What? Who are you trying to convince? I go into the living room and walk up the stairs. Where were you? I wonder what Suki's room is like. I haven't been in there since she moved in. What has she done with the place? I'm curious. Hello? I rap my knuckles against the door, but there's no reply. Suki doesn't answer. Hello? I try again. Still no answer. Suki? Another series of knocks, and then...
Ah, Nekohime!
Clover pokes her head out from around the doorframe. Her ponytail bounces. For some reason, she's wearing her underwear. I'm not sure why. Well, it is pretty hot today. I guess I can't blame her. I can't blame her, but... Uh-oh. I'd rather see Suki in her underwear. Okay. Dicey says... First answer. I don't think her panties suit her very well. I do have to wonder why she's wearing stripes. She's old enough to know better.
Are you looking for Suki?
Better than having a teddy bear on the crotch or something.
Yes.
That's right. I wrote the beginning of the story, but I'm not sure where to take it. I wanted to ask her for some feedback.
Oh, that's a great idea. Suki should know a lot about being a shrine maiden.
Yes, well, that's what I was hoping.
I think she's out in the garden right now.
What's she doing there?
She said it was too stuffy in her room to concentrate, so she wanted to go out and get some sunshine. She was wearing her bikini, so she might be sunbathing?
Bikini Suki. Sunbathing? We only have 2 weeks left and she's sunbathing?
I mean, all her work is done. So a girl needs to take a break every once in a while.
Well, she can't. Not when I've been doing so much work.
You wrote 3,000 words, lazy butt.
Well, somebody has to be serious about all this. Deadlines are sacred things. If we already have a table booked at Manga Market, we absolutely need to show up. We can't just wring our hands and apologize and say, I'm sorry, we didn't make it in time.
Wow, you're really committed to this, aren't you?
Of course I am. Somebody has to be.
But I thought you weren't that invested in making a visual novel?
I wasn't, but if I decide to start a project, I see it through to the end.
Oh, Nekohime, you have 3,000 junked projects that prove you wrong.
We also need to burn the CDs to make physical copies. That takes time. Finishing the digital version of the game isn't just good enough. This will take at least a day. I run the calculations through my head. It's almost dizzying. Then we need to go to Manga Market and get our stall set up, which will take another day. We'll probably need to print out flyers to advertise our circle and posters to decorate our stall, and something suddenly occurs to me. We don't even have a circle name yet.
Maybe we should worry about that after we finish the visual novel.
We can't worry about it then. It'll be too late. We have so much stuff to think about, and our lead artist is gallivanting off in the garden sunbathing.
Again, her work's already done.
I'm gonna go and give her a piece of my mind.
She would have had it done faster if you'd had the frickin' engine up instead of us using Ren'Py. You big loser. This sounds fun. Can I come with you?
You can do whatever you want, just don't get in the way.
You're so cute when you get huffy, Nekohime.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. I'm just happy we have you on board, Project Leader.
Leader?
That's right, you're our leader.
I thought Suki was the leader.
She's the one who decided we should make a visual novel, but that doesn't mean she's in charge. Nobody's better at bossing people around and being a stick in the mud than you.
I don't know how I feel about that. You make it sound like having a strong work ethic is a bad thing.
You're just being paranoid, honey.
Honey? Yeah. Something warm and soft, light as a feather, brushes against my cheek. It's Clover's lips, really? She really did. She kissed me.
Now, let's go. Our adventures in the great unknown are just beginning.
we're just going into our garden.
We never go in there. But before we go, maybe I'll put on a bikini too.
Why? This isn't a trip to the beach.
I know. That's why I'm not going to bring my beach ball.
Aw,
Beach ball.
I kind of like Clover. So there you are.
Hi, Suki.
That is more coverage than she had 5 seconds ago, sort of. Clover and I find Suki lying on her stomach on the grass, wearing a bikini. If you can call it that. Prepare
Here
for
we
a
go.
still. Oh. That's not
That
so bad.
Is a very
Yes?
Sue-SA.
Sue-SA?
Yes, Suki and her weird American patriotic bikini.
I wonder if it actually looked like that in the Japanese version. Like, I wonder if they did any recolor.
Oh, man. That'd be weird if she had Japanese flags instead of the recolored version. I'm thinking... that'd be weird. That'd be so weird.
Also, that violates the US flag code. Her bikini isn't really a bikini, it's more like a few scraps of cloth, only barely wide enough to cover her more sensitive parts. It doesn't really conceal her breasts, but I suppose it does a decent job of hiding her nipples. Though her parents cling... Wow!
Freudian!
Though her panties cling to her butt, a rather large amount of cheek is still on the show. I know my underwear is a little too small for me, but at least I don't go prancing around in public like that. Not that Suki is really prancing.
Or in public.
She's just lying there, soaking in the sun like a sponge. At least she was until Clover and I dropped by. She gets to her feet, her breasts bouncing in that poor excuse for a bikini, and gives us an energetic smile.
Hey, it's great to see you. Ooh, Clover, did you decide to put on a bikini too? That's right.
Clover does a small spin in her swimsuit. Her bikini is bright yellow, like butter. More of Clover, like buttered popcorn. That really piece of garbage food that only assholes like. Most of Clover's clothes are bright colors, typically reds or yellows, with a bit of orange thrown here and there for contrast. Clover's bikini is slightly less obscene than Suki's, but it rides up a little over her chest, revealing the underside of her breasts. Underboob is the best boob. I sigh. Why are the 2 women I live with so shameless in the privacy of their own home? If I wanted 2 live-in companions to eat my food and skulk about with their skin exposed, I would buy a cat. I like cats. They're pretty cute, even if they whine a lot.
Clover, your bikini is super adorable. I know, right? I picked it up last summer from this really fancy store in Ginza. Ooh, Ginza. That's where all the rich people shop. I know. It was on sale and I just had to get it. You made a good choice.
Suki gives Clover a thumbs up of approval.
And as for you, Nekohime...
She turns her attention to me. She looks me up and down critically, her fingers beneath her chin.
Why aren't you wearing a bikini on this lovely day?
Because we're in the garden. What's the point of wearing a bikini in the garden?
To work on our suntans?
But it's shameless.
Why is it shameless?
They're called swimsuits for a reason. You wear them when you go swimming.
Don't get so hung up on technicalities.
Technicalities are important. What's the point in wearing a swimsuit when there's nowhere to swim? There are no large bodies of water in my garden.
Then why are you such a wet blanket? I have such a pretty nice body, don't you think?
Suki strikes a pose. She runs a hand through her hair and purses her lips seductively. I will say I really think Suki's hot. I turn my head, trying to hide my flustered face. I don't know about that.
Come on, Nekohime, what do you think?
Clover started doing it too. These girls, they're such a bad influence on each other.
Who do you think is the most attractive?
Uh-oh. Well... how do we do 4? Oh, we can use coiny and tournament style. So heads is the first 2, tails is the second 2, and then a second flip. Okay, so coiny says heads, so it's going to be Suki or Clover. And then, shit, why do I keep dropping coiny? Coiny, come back! Coiny... Coiny can't handle the sexiness that is on screen. Coiny says tails, so it's Clover. Coiny really does like Clover, apparently. I think Clover looks the best.
Ooh, really?
Clover smiles happily, running a hand through her hair.
Thanks, you look cute too.
But we have more important things to worry about right now. I glance at the garden. It's a pretty nice garden, actually.
Weird how nice it looks even though nobody landscapes it.
It's spacious with a lot of green grass and a few flowers dotted here and there. In the background, I can hear the hum of the cicadas and the twittering of the birds. It's peaceful. At least it would be peaceful if I didn't have to deal with Suki. You should get back inside and get to work. And I will too next episode, so I can set an example for you ladies. Out here in your so morally detestable outfits. Have you no shame? And stop breaking the flag code. Thank you all very much for watching. And we will see you tomorrow for another episode.
Asterisk, asterisk, dips fedora. Tips fedora. My god. Such a neckbeard.